Hello viewers, my name is Mr.Adebanjo and I want to welcome you to this video. In this video we are going to be discussing the Waec Gce 2023 General Mathematics Theory questions. We have discussed the Waec Gce 2023 General Mathematics Objective question in some of the video I've made in the past. So if you want to reference the objective part of this video, you may check the the channels. You can check my channel and you will see the objective part of this video. So but in this video we're going to be doing the justice to the theoretical part of Waec Gce 2023 General Mathematics. So what are we going to be doing in this video? We are going to be solving each of the questions step by step together, and we are going to be solving 13 questions all together in this video, and also we are going to be referencing the topic for each of the questions as well. So like I said, we have a 13 questions to solve all together step by step, and we are going to be enlightening ourselves on all the 13 questions and how we could resolve them one after the other. And but before we get it started, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click the subscribe button on the channel right now, so that whenever we post a video on this channel, you'll be the first person to know. And please share this video, like the video, and comment in the comment section of this video in order to help us improve on our next video. So the first question we are going to be solving in this video is what you are seeing on the screen right now, and the question is from the arithmetic progression, which is a sequence and series. And the question goes thus: the third and the seventh term of an arithmetic progression AP are 3 plus 4 sub 3 and 3 plus 12 sub 3 respectively. You have to find the fifth term of the AP. So like I said, it's from arithmetic progression, and we are told that the third and the seventh term of an AP. The question is, what is the third term of an AP? What is the third term of arithmetic progression, and what is the seventh term of an arithmetic progression? So the third term of an arithmetic progression is a plus 2d, so that means a plus 2d will be equal to this. And the seventh term of an arithmetic progression is a plus 6d, so that means a plus 6d will be equal to this as well. So you'll be having two equations. So like I said, the first equation will be the third term, which is a plus 2d, will be equal to 3 plus 4 so 3, equation 1. Also the seventh term, which is a plus 6d, will also be equal to 3 plus 12 so 3. So we can now solve these two equations simultaneously by you can subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So subtract 1 from equation 2, and if you do that, that means you have a minus a, that will give us 0. 6d minus 2d, that will give us 4d. So we have 4d there. Then 3 minus 3 give us 0. Then we have 12 sub 3 minus 4 sub 3, that should give us 8 sub 3. So we can now divide both sides by 4 to get our d, which is the common difference. So if you divide both sides by 4, you have the common difference to be 8 sub 3 over 4, and that should give us 2 sub 3, because 4 can go in 8, that will give us 2 sub 3. And that means the common difference is 2 sub 3. So we can now substitute this into any of these two equations to find the value of our first term, which is a. So put d equals to d into equation 1. Then you have equation 1 to be a plus 2d equals to 3 plus 4 sub 3. So whenever you see the d, you put 2 sub 3 there. So that should give us a plus 2 into 2 sub 3 equals to 4 plus 4 sub 3. We can now open the bracket here. So that should give us 2 times 2 here will give us 4. So you have a plus 4 sub 3 equals to 3 plus 4 sub 3. Then now you can take the like times. So this one comes here. You have a to be equals to 3 plus 4 sub 3 minus 4 sub 3. Then 4 sub 3 minus 4 sub 3 give us 0. So that means you have a to be equals to 3 there. So that means the first term is 3 and the common difference is 2 sub 3. So we have to find the fifth term of the AP. What is the fifth term of an AP? That should be a plus 4d. So the fifth term of an AP is a plus 4d. So our a is 3, put that here. Our d is 2 sub 3, put that here as well. Should be having 3 plus 4 into the common difference is 2 sub 3. So if you open the bracket, you have 3 plus 8 sub 3. So that means the fifth term of the AP is 3 plus 8 sub 3. So that's the solution for question number 1. Now question number 2 says that a woman sells 7/10 of her stock of cutlery at a profit of 30%. The remaining stock is sold at a loss of 8%. You have to find the percentage profit on the sales of the whole stock. So the question is related to profit and loss. Percentage profit and loss. So in this case, you can say that let the number of cutlery be 100. So since we don't know the number of cutlery that is sold, so you can say let the number of cutlery be 100 and so the price of each of cutlery, let it be 2 per cutlery. So we cannot put any what's it called, unit here, since we don't know we are not giving any units of currency. So you can just say let it be 2 per cutlery. So we have 100 cutlery and 2 per cutlery. Then from there, if you go on, so number of cutlery sold. Now if we have 100 cutleries and we are told that 7/10 of it is sold, so that means 7/10 of 100 that we have that will give us 70. So that means you have a number of cutlery sold will be 70. Then from there at the profit of 30%, then we can now find the total sales. We cannot find the total sale because this is the number of cutlery sold at the profit of 30% profit. You can now know the total sales. Total sale will be number of cutlery sold multiplied by the price per cutlery plus the profit, which is 30%. So this plus this will not multiply by the number of cutlery sold. That should give us the sales. So if you simplify this bracket, we have 230 over 100. You know that I've found the LCM here to get this. Then if you multiply this by this, that should give us 182 as the sales. So 182 as the sales of cutlery at the 30% profit. So also you can do the same thing for the loss as well. But before you get the loss, you need to go and get the number of cutlery that was sold as well. So if 70 was sold at this the 30% profit, so 30 minus 70, 100 minus 70 give us 30 that is remaining after selling 70. Then this 30 now, we can now know the sales for that 30. That will be number of, which is 30 multiplied by the price per 1 minus, because it is loss now, so that will be minus 8 over 100, which is 8%. Simplify this as well. That will give us a 200 minus 8 over 100 by finding the LCM here. That will multiply the number of cutlery that is remaining, which is 30. Then if you simplify that, that should give us a 55.2 as the sales for the loss of 8%. Then from there we can now know the total sales for the profit and for the loss. That should be 182 plus 52.2, and that should give us 137.2 as the total sales. Then total cost now, of course we know the total cost if 100 cutlery were involved, as we assume, and 2 per cutlery, so that should give us the total cost will be 200. And from there, then we can now know the net gain. So the net gain will be sales minus cost. That should give us 37.2. Then after knowing the gain, you can now find the percentage the net gain as percentage of cost. So that should be the gain divided by total cost multiplied by 100, and that should give us a 18.6% as the percentage profit on the whole stock. Question number 3. You are told that a cylindrical tank has height 16 meters. A supplier charges 30,800,000 to fill a tank at a rate of 20 naira per liters of water. Find correct to one decimal place the radius of the cylinder. Of course, this question is from the measuration of solid shape. So we are talking about cylindrical tank now, and we are giving the height in the meters. So what do you do? Of course, we know that the formula of finding the volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. So we are given the height, which is in meter, so we can change it to centimeter. So the meter is in 16 meters, so to centimeter, that should give you 16 times 100. That should give 1600 centimeters. Then also, if 20 naira per liters, you are told that the tank, the rate to fill the tank is 20 naira per liters of water, and we are given that this supplier charges this amount to fill the tank, so we can know how many liters that we have in the tank. So from there, if 30,800,000 naira will give us 30 this amount divided by the amount per liters, so that will give us the number of liters we have for this amount. So this is per liter, and this is all the money paid to fill the tank. So how do we should know how many liters that that is filled with this money given? So that should be the total money paid divided by the rate per liter, which is 20 naira. So if you divide that, that should give us 1,540,000 liters that fill the tank. So this is the volume of the water in the tank. Then from there, we know that this is in liters. You can change it to centimeter cube, because the height here is in centimeter cube. So you have to change these liters into centimeter cube, and we know the conversion rate that 1000 centimeter cube give us 1 liters. So therefore, to change this one to centimeter cube, now that means we need to multiply this by 1000. So therefore, 1,540,000 liters will give us 1,440,000 times 1000, and that should give us 1,540,000,000 centimeter cube as the volume of the water in the tank in centimeter cube now, not in liters. Now that we know the volume of the water in the tank, don't forget that our aim is to find the radius of the cylindrical tank. So we know that the volume of cylinder is pi r square h, and our aim is to find the radius. So we can divide both. So we know the volume of the water in the cylinder now, which is this quantity. Then our aim is to find the radius. You can divide both sides by pi h. So that means r square will give us a volume of the cylinder divided by pi h. So from there you can substitute our r square equals to the volume of the cylinder, or volume of water in the cylinder is 1,540,000,000 centimeter cube divided by pi is 20 over 7 multiplied by the height of the tank, which is 1600. Then if you simplify that, r square will be 306,250. Then we can find the square root of both sides to find the radius. So that should give us radius to be 553.398 centimeters as the radius in centimeter. But we know that the height was initially given in the meter, so we need to take this one back to meter. And how do we convert from centimeter to meter? Is by dividing by 100. So if you divide this one by 100, that should give us 5.53398 meters. And the question asks us to change it to one decimal place, and that should give us 5.5 meter to one decimal place. So that's the solution for question number 3. Question number 4 is from statistics. So we are told that the scores of 3 students are 7n minus 2, 7n and 7 plus 2. We have to find the variance. So we are having this ungrouped data, which are representing the scores of 3 students, but the scores are in terms of n. So we have to find the variance. So we know that variance of an ungrouped data is a summation deviation square over number of data. So we have summation x minus s bar squared over n. So where x minus s bar is talking about deviation, the square of it, then you sum it divided by n. So that means our x are these 3 values given, and our x bar, that is mean. So we need to find the mean of these 3 set of data before you can now find the variance. So how do we find mean? Mean is to add all these 3 numbers together and divide it by 3. So we have 7n minus 2 plus 7n plus 7n plus 2 divided by 3, and our mean is x bar. So we'll add all these numbers together divided by 3. So let's do that. 7n plus 7n plus 7n, that gives us 21n. Then minus 2 plus 2 give us 0 over 3. So we have 21n over 3, and that should give us 7n. So that means the mean of these 3 set of data is 7n. Do we get that now? So we can now compute the table to find our variance. So we compute the table. This is our x. Our x is 7n minus 2, 7n, and then 7n plus 2. So we need to get our x minus x bar. This is x bar. So I don't know why it's not showing. It is x bar. So we have x minus x bar. This is our x, and this is our x bar. Our x bar is 7n. So how do we do that? So we have 7n minus 2, then minus 7n. We have 7n minus 2 minus x bar, which is 7n. So 7n minus 7n give us 0. You have minus 2 left, so that will give us minus 2. Here you have 7n minus 7n, that give us 0. You're having 7n plus 2 minus 7n, that should give us plus 2 if you look at it very well, if you simplify that yourself. Then from there you can now square this, so that will give us 4. Square this 0, square this is 4. Then we are now to sum our s minus s bar square. You have to sum it together. If you sum this, that give us 8. So therefore, if you remember the formula of finding variance, which is a summation s minus s bar squared over n. So if you put this, our summation s minus s bar squared is 8, our n is what, 3. So that means we're having 8 over 3, and that should give us a 2.67 as the value of the variance. Question number 4b is from logarithm. We are told that if log x minus 3x minus 7 base 10 minus log 5 base 10 is equal to 1, we have to find the value of x. So this is very simple equation on log, and we know that we can apply the laws of logarithm to this. And how do we do? So we know that this is having minus here, and we know that this will definitely change to division. So we know that log a minus log b will give us a log a over b. So that means this will change to division. So technically you'll be having log 3x minus 7 over 5 is equal to 1. So you should know that you have applied the laws of logging to this left hand side. So from there, what does this mean? The logarithm of 3x minus 7 over 5 base 10 is equal to 1 means that we can raise 10 one time to get whatever you have in the bracket. We can raise 10 one time to get whatever you have in the bracket. So we are having 3x minus 7 over 5 equals to 10 raised to the power 1. So that's what you are going to be having. Then from there, 10 raised to the power 1 is 10. So we can cross multiply from there. So you have 3x minus 7 equals to 5 times 10 will give us 50. Collect letters from there. You have 3x equals to 50 plus 7, that gives us 57. Divide both sides by 3, s will be equals to 19. So that's solution for question number 4b as well. Question number 5 is from bearing. It's from bearing and distance. We are told that a boy walks 6 kilometers from a point M to a point N on a bearing of 65 degrees. He then walks to another point P, a distance of 13 kilometers on a bearing of 146 degrees. We are told to illustrate the information on a diagram. Then question number B1, correct to the nearest kilometer the distance from M to P, then the bearing of N from P as well. Like I said, the question is from bearing and distance, so you are going to be illustrating the diagram step by step so that you understand this. But if you want to enlighten or understand more on bearing, you may refer to my video on bearing on this channel. So check the video on bearing. There I explain bearing in details from the beginning to the end, and we solve a lot of past questions on bearing. So without wasting much of our time, we are told that a boy walks 6 kilometers from a point M to a point N. So that means you need to get the location of M by drawing a cardinal point to represent location of M, because it's starting from point M. So if I do that, so this is the cardinal point, so it's representing M here. Then you are told that a boy walk on a bearing of 65 degrees. So we know that this is a 3-digit bearing. So that means the origin is going to be from the north and move 65 degrees. So that means a line is going to be drawn around from here. 65 is from here to here is 90. So 65 will fall around here. So if I draw that line, I'll draw a line like this. Are we there now? Then we are told that the distance is 6 kilometers. So okay, the bearing is 65, so I'll put 65 degrees there, and the distance is 6 kilometers. Then to a point N. So that means you draw another cardinal. So we draw another this cardinal point to represent point N. So this cardinal point will represent point N. So from M to N. Now then it then walk to another point P, a distance of 13 kilometers on a bearing of 146 degrees. So that means at this point it changed direction. It changed direction at this point, so to another point P. And where would this 146 degree fall? Will it fall here, or it will fall here? It will not fall here, but it's going to fall here, because from this north to the south here, that is 180 degrees. So from here to here is 90. So from here to here is 90 as well. So from here to here is 180. So technically 140 degrees, 146 degrees more than 190. So that means it's going to fall around here. So that means I'm going to draw another line from down straight here to point P, and a distance of 13 kilometers. And that means this line should be longer than this 6 kilometers. So I will draw a straight line like this from there, and on a bearing of 13 kilometers, which is longer than this 6 kilometers. Then on a bearing of 146 degrees, so from the north to this line, that's 146 degrees, and that's the bearing given to us. Then I'll put another cardinal point to represent point P here. So another cardinal point, then I'll have P here. Then the next thing is to join P to M with a straight line. So P is joined to M here now, and that's the diagram that we are to illustrate, and this is the diagram that represents this information. But before we can proceed to solving this question and this question, we need to get an angle in this triangle that is formed. And where can we get it? Can we get it here, or here, or here? We can get it at point N. We can get it here. How? The angle here, you can get the angle from here to this line here, which is the alternate to this angle here. So this angle here is 65 degrees. So which is what? Alternate. This angle here is alternate to this angle here. Likewise, this angle here also, you can find that one as well. If from north to south is 180 degrees, and we know that from here to here is 146, so we can find the small angle that is left here. So that should give us a 180 minus a 146, and that should give us 34 degrees. So that we can now know the total angle inside this triangle here. So we can know the total angle here, and that should be 65 plus 34, and that should give us 99 degrees. So now that we know the total angle that is inside this, the angle that is here inside this triangle, so we can now find a distance of M to P. You can find this side of the triangle. And what principle do you think we can use, since this triangle is not a right angle triangle? So that means we can either use sine rule or cosine rule. But in this case, we cannot use sine rule because no pair is given completely, so we can only use cosine rule. So if you want to know how to understand sine rule and cosine rule as well, check the video I made on sine rule and cosine rule in my channel. then you will be you will know how to use sine rule and cosine rule very well. So we are going to use cosine rule to find the distance this side here. So what do we have? We have that this side, the MP squared, equals to the square of this side plus the square of this side minus 2 into the product of this side and this side, which is 13 times 6, cos the angle facing the side we are looking for, which is cos 99. Simplify further, you have MP squared equals to 169 plus 36 minus 2 times 13 times 6 will give us a 156 cos 99. So that should give us, if you simplify further using your calculator, you have MP squared to be 229.40377. Our aim is to find MP, which is so we have to find the square root of both sides. So MP will be square root of this, so MP will be 14.146 kilometer. So 15.146 kilometer is a distance of M from P, and we have to approximate to the nearest kilometer, and that should give us a 15 kilometer to the nearest kilometer. Then question number B, Roman figure 2, is saying that we have to find the bearing of N from P, bearing of this N, point N from P here. So bearing of N from P, and how do we get that? How do we locate the bearing of N from P? What are we looking for? So if you look at my video on bearing, you will know how or what you are looking for, the angle we are looking for. Yes, because we are looking for bearing, that we are finding angle. So that means the angle you are looking for is from the north, because you are finding the bearing of this one from P. So that we are working on P. And where is the angle we are looking for? The angle we are looking for is from the north to the line, to this line that join N and P together. So we are looking for the angle from here to this line here. That's what we are looking for. So you are looking for the angle from the north to the line that is joining N and P together. So it's very simple. So the only thing that we need to know is that if you can find the left angle, the angle that is here, you can find this angle here. Can we find it? If you can find it, then that means we'll be able to know the remaining one here. So and what is this angle here? There's a relation between this angle and this angle, 34 degrees here. So that angle here is 34 degrees. Reason being that they are alternate angles. So this angle is 34 degrees. So, and we know that the total angle here that is formed, the angle will form angle at a point, which is 360 degrees. So that means this angle plus angle we are looking for should give us 360 degrees. So that means if I remove this angle here, angle 34 from 360 degrees, that should give me the bearing of what I'm looking for. That will give me the bearing of N from P. So that will be the bearing of M from P will be 360 degrees minus 34, and that should give us 326 degrees as the bearing of N from P. So that's the solution for question number 6. Question number 5. Question number 6 is now what we want to solve now. Question number 6A says that we have to copy and complete the multiplication of modular 9. So we have to complete this table, but it's in module 9, and we're having multiplication as the operation there. So here we are having 2, 3, 5, 7, and 8. Here you are having the same thing. Then you have been given the value of some of the value here. So you have to fill in the remaining values, and now we can use the table to simplify this. So the first thing is to first of all fill in the table. If you fill in the table, now don't forget we are working on module 9 rather. So you are working on module 9. So that means our answer we are going to get must not be up to 9. So what do you have? 2 times 2 will give us 4. So you have 4 here. Then 2 times 3 will give us 6. Then 2 times 5 will give us 10. But we cannot write 10 here because you are in mode 9. So that means you divide that 10 by 9. That gives us 1 remainder 1. So you now write that remainder. You have to write down remainder. So that means you'll be having 1 here. Then 2 times 8 here is 16. So you cannot write 16 as well. So 8 divided by 16. Sorry, 16 divided by 9. That should give us 1 remainder 7. So that means this one will be 7 here as well. So if you look at the table here, we have already done this. You have 4, you have 6, you have 1, and we have 7. Then for the next one, we have 3 times 2. That should give us 6. So you have 6 here. Next one, you have 3 times 3 is 9. So you cannot write 9 down. So 9 divided by 9, that gives us 1, remainder 0. So that means this one will be 0. Then 3 times 5 is 15. Then you cannot write 15 down as well. So 15 divided by 9, that should give us 1, remainder 6. So that means this one will be 6. Then 3 times 7 is 21. You cannot write 21. So 21 divided by 9, that should give us 2, remainder 3. So that means you have 3 down here. Then 3 times 8 is 24. 924 is 2 as well, remainder 6. So that means you have 6 here as well. Then they have done this. So 3 times 5 times 3 is 15. So 15, you cannot write 15 down as well. 9 15, that should give us 1, remainder 6. So you have 6 here as well. So they have done this. 7. So 5 times 7 is 35. So 935 is 2, remainder 8. So we have 8 the remainder. So next one is 5 times 8 is 40. Then 940 is 4. Remainder 4. So remainder 4. So you have 4 here as well. So if you simplify the remaining one like that, you get this table like this. So you are multiplying, then change your answer to modulo 9. Then you have this table completed like this. So you may pause this video and complete it yourself from year to year. We have already done up to this level, so you can complete the remaining one yourself. Now, having done that, now you can now use the table to simplify 3 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 7 as well. So how do we do that? It's very simple. The first thing to do is 3 multiplied by 7 from the table, which this is 3 and this is 7. So 3 multiplied by 7 will give us 3. So then we have 3 here. Then multiply again. Then you do 8 multiplied by 7. 8 multiplied by this 7. So where do they meet? 8 multiplied by 7. They meet at 2 here. So the answer is 2. So we have 3 times 2. Then what do you now do? You now go to 3 times 2 again. This is 3 and this is 2. So where did they meet? They meet at 6. So that means the answer for that one is 6. Do you understand that? Then you have to find a true set of 3 multiplied by m equals to 6. So it's very simple as well. 3 multiplied by m equals to 6. So go to your 3 and whatever you multiply this 3 with to give us 6, that will be the so I multiply this 3 with 2 to give me 6 here. So the first answer will be 6. I also multiply this 3 by 5 to give me 6 as well. So the next answer is 5. I also multiply this 3 by 8 to give me 6 as well. So that means the answer will be 2, the answer will be 5, and the answer will be what? 8. So the range of values of our m is 2, 5, and 8. Then also for this one as well, we have to evaluate p multiplied by p equals to 4. So the same number you can multiply together to give us 4 as the one you are looking for. Here 2 multiplied by 2 give us 4. So the first answer is 2. Then also let's go again. Where can we see 4 again in our solution here? So you can see 4 here, but it's not 5 multiplied by 8 is not the same number, so that will not work. So also we go again, there's a 4 here, so 7 multiplied by 7 again give us 4. So there's no other number, so that means the numbers are 2 and 7 for the value of p. So that's the solution for question number 6a. Question number 6b is from the polygon. That's a plane geometry. We are told that the sum of the interior angles of a regular polygon is 16 right angles. How many sides has the polygon? So we know that the sum of interior angle of a regular polygon, that will be m minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees. So that's the sum of interior angle of regular polygon. So that means this is equals to 16 right angles. And what is 16 right angle? 16 right angle is 16 times 90, because right angle is 90. So that means you will be having, if you open the bracket here, you have 180n minus 360 equals, so this multiplier will give us 1440. Collect the light times this comes here, you have a 180n equals to this plus this. Then from that will give us a 1800 divided side by 180, n will be equals to 10. So that means the polygon has 10 sides. So the polygon has its 10 sides, and the name is decagon. Although we are not asked to name the polygon, but I just gave it there. Question number 7 is from the measuration of solid and plane shapes. So the question is is quite long, as we are going to express ourselves very small to help you understand it. The walls of a room 5.25 meter long, 4.20 meters wide, and 3.6 meters height have two doors each measuring 2.25 meters by 0.98 meters and two windows each measuring 2.4 meters by 1.35 meters. The walls are to be covered with wallpaper. Find the total area of the total areas of the wall that will be covered. Then if a piece of wallpaper is 0.39 meters wide and 10.8 meters long, find the cost of the wallpaper required at $9.50 per piece. So to help us understand this, we may need to draw a wall. So you know that a wall is like a cuboid. The wall of a room is like a cuboid. So, and if you look at that, this will help us understand a little bit and what we are talking about. So this is let's say this is the wall of the room now, and we are told that it is 5.25 meters, not centimeter, 5.2 meter long, then 4.2 meter wide. This is 4.2 meter wide, then it's 3.60 meter high. So 3.60 meter high. So the length is this, the breadth is this, and this is the height of the room. Now, and if you look at that, so I label the cuboid A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H to help us identify the rectangular sides of the cuboid. So of course we know that when it comes to a room, we know that how many walls do we think you have in a room? So we need to start from there. We should have 4 walls. This rectangular A, B, E, F is one wall, and another the one that is opposite, which is C, D, G, H, another wall. Then A, C, E, G is another wall, and the one that is facing, which is B, F, H, D, so another wall. So this, the top here is you can say that is the roof, and the E, F, G, H is the what's it called, the ground. So that means you are working on 4 walls now. So, and each of the each of the wall have opposites which are equal also. So then from there I got one of the wall, which is wall A, B, E, F, which is this one, and it has a length of 5.25 meters and the breadth of 3.60 meters. So this is the length, and for this rectangle A, B, E, F, this is the length, and this is the breadth AC, which is same as 3.60, which is similar to this CG. So then also this the rectangle facing in, which is the wall facing in, which is CDGH, also have the same dimension, which is the length 5.25 meters, and this is the breadth, which is the 3.60. So whatever we get for this one is still same as for this one as well. Then from the second wall as well, which is the wall ACEG, which is the length is 3.60, and the breadth is 4.20 meters. So from there we are told that each of the wall has 2 doors each, and 2 windows each. So those are the things you see here: 2 walls, 2 doors, 2 windows here, 2 doors, 2 windows for each of the rectangular walls. Then the question is, how do we now get the total areas of the wall that will be covered? Although we are also given the dimension of the wall, of the doors, and the dimension of the windows as well. So this is the dimension of the door, and this is the dimension of the wall, sorry, of the window. So we can find the area of the door. I can also find the area of the windows. So what did I do first? I said the area. Let's find the area of the door. So that, of course, the door is also rectangular in shape, because we are having this by this. So it's a rectangular door. So you can find the area, which is the 2.25 meters multiplied by 0.9 meters, and that should give us a 2.205 meters. So that's for one door. Definitely for the 2 doors, all you need to do is to multiply the answer here by 2. That will give us the area for the 2 doors, which is 4.41 meters. Then you can also find the area of one of the windows, which is also, the window is also rectangular because of the dimension given. So 2.4 times 1.35, that will give us a 3.24 meters. Then to now get the area for the 2 windows as well, multiply by 2, that should give us 6.48 meters as well. So we know the areas of the 2 doors and the windows, and the windows now. Therefore, let us find the areas of this rectangle, this rectangular wall, this wall first. So we can now find the area of rectangle, this wall ABEF, which is for this one, and that should give us the length multiplied by the breadth. That should give us this multiplied by that, give us 18.9 meters squared. Then from there we can now get the area that will be covered by the paper in this wall, by removing the areas of the windows, the 2 windows, and the areas of the 2 doors from the areas of the rectangular wall. So if I remove these areas of the window, the 2 windows, and the areas of the 2 doors from these areas of this rectangular rectangular wall ABEF, then that should give me the area that will be covered by the paper, because you know that the paper cannot cover the door, it cannot cover the windows as well. So you remove the areas of the doors and the windows from these areas of this rectangular wall, that should give us the area that will be covered by the paper. So you have 18.9 minus 14.41 minus 6.48, that should give us 8.01 meters. That will be area that will be covered by the paper. So also we know that the same thing, what we have here is same thing as what is going to have happen to the rectangular wall that is facing this ABEF, which is CDGH. So that means we can also get the areas of the paper that will cover this CDGH, which is same thing as what we got for the one facing it. So that means you also have the area covered by, you don't need to go through this stress again. So area covered by the paper in rectangle CDGH will also be this minus this minus this, which is also going to give us the same answer, 8.01 meters. So that we have gotten for the 2 opposite walls. So we need to get for this and this as well now. So, and that we did in the next slide. So we are working on this now. So we can get the area of the rectangular wall ACEG. Also we see have length times breadth, that should give us a 4.20 multiplied by 3.60, that should give us 15.12 meters. Then we can now get the area covered by the paper by removing the areas of the doors, of the 2 doors, and the area of the 2 windows from this. So the area covered by the paper in ACEG will be whatever you get for the areas of the door of the wall minus the door and the minus windows. That should give us a 4.23 meters as well. Then we know that this ACEG as well is same thing as whatever we get here is same thing as for the wall BDFH as well. So that means technically area covered by the paper in BDFH also be the same thing as what you're having here as well, which is going to be 4.23 meters squared, because this side is equal to this side as well. So now that we know this, we can now get the total area that will be covered by the paper, because that's what we have to find in the, let's go back. Now you have to find the find total area covered by the wall. So that will be what you get here plus this, then plus whatever we get here, plus what you get here, and plus what we get here. That will give us total. So total area of the wall that will be covered will be 8.10 plus 8.10 plus this as well. That will give us 24.8 meters. Then we can now also find the so we have to find the amount that will be needed to cover the whole walls. If a paper, you are given the dimension of the paper that will be used, which is the area of the paper. Each paper is of dimension 10.8 multiplied by 0.39. That gives us a 4.21 meters. So that is the areas of each of the paper. Then we can now get the number of area that will be covered. So the number of area that will be covered will be the total area we get here divided by the areas of each of the paper. So that should give us a 224.4 divided by this. That should give us a 5.812 as the number of area that will be covered by the paper. Then since we know that the cost of one paper is this, and we know that this number of paper areas we want to cover, so you can now multiply it by the each value of the paper, and that should give us a $55.21 as total cost that will need to cover the walls. Question number 8a. You are told that the x and y intercept of a straight line are 5 and minus 7 respectively. You have to find the equation of the straight line. So of course you can sketch the diagram to give you a clear picture of what you are saying. That so if I have my y-axis, I have my x-axis as well. So the intercept is on the x-axis is 5, so I have 5 here around here, and on the y-axis I have minus 7 around here as well. So that means straight line will pass through these 2 points. So if I draw that, I have this. Then we have to find the equation of this straight line. So of course we need to get the gradient of the straight line. So how do we do that? The gradient of the straight line is y2 minus y1 by s2 minus x1. So what will be our y2? Our y2 is if you form a triangle here, so our y2 will be the origin here. So I'm forming a right angle triangle here now. That will be 0 minus our y1 is minus 7 over our s2 is 5 minus our s1 is 0. So that should give us a 7 over 5 as our gradient. So the equation we are looking for is a linear equation. So that means it's going to be y equals to ms plus c. So in this case our m is a 7 over 5. If you put that there, you have y is equal to 7 over 5x plus our c is a y-intercept, where the line intercepts y-axis, which is minus 7. So we have it there. So we can simplify that further. That will give us y is equal to 7 over 5x minus 7. So we can multiply through by 5 to clear this fraction. So we have a 5y equals to 7s minus 35. Then rearrange better, we have 7s minus 5y minus 35 equals to 0. So this is the equation of the straight line that passes through this intercept 5 and minus 7. Question number 8b is on angle of elevation and depression. We are told that from the top of a vertical pole, it is observed that an instant that the angles of depression of a shrine and a church building in a village are 60 degrees and 75 degrees respectively. The church and shrine and the pole are situated on a straight line, and the church is 42 meters from the foot of the pole. Illustrate the information in the diagram. Calculate to correct to 2 decimal places the height of the pole, then the distance from the shrine to the church. So of course they want to see the diagram, and if care is not taken, majority of the students will make mistake in this question. But if you don't understand elevation and depression as well, I will also refer you to my video on elevation and depression. There's a video I've made on elevation and depression, so please check my channel. You see where I explain a lot on angle of elevation and depression, so that you know how to go about this in detail. So let's talk about this. we are told that that means that from the top of a pole, that means there's a pole involved, so I can draw a straight line to represent the pole. So we are told that from the top of it, so from the top of it, it is observed at an instant that the angle of depression of a shrine and a church building in a village are 60 degrees and 75 degrees. So that means somebody is on the top of the building observing church and a shrine on the floor. So the question is, where will be the initial site of the person on top of the building? So that means the person will be, okay, let's call the top here T and then the bottom P. So that means the person, where will be the person be looking initially before looking down? That means the person will be looking straight like this. So the person will be looking straight like this. So then the person now look down, which is an angle of depression, which is 60 degrees on where? On shrine. So that means the person leave the initial site and look down. So if we look down like this, so that should give us a 60 degrees from the initial site to this new site. So the angle here will be 60 degrees, and angle will be okay, this is shrine on the floor, so the angle here will be 60 degrees, which is the angle of depression, 60 degrees. Do you understand that? Then also the person also leaves the initial site as well and look at the church now on a angle of depression of 75 degrees. The question I want to ask you is that where am I going to draw this line? Am I going to draw it around here, or I'm going to draw it here? So I want you to answer that question. Am I going to draw the line here, or I'm going to draw it down here? So I'm not going to draw it here, because if I should draw it here, the angle from the line, from the initial side to that line, will be smaller than 60. But the angle here is greater than 60, which is 75. So that means the line is going to come here, because we are going to draw the angle from the line initial side as well to this new line, which will be 75 degrees, which is more than 60 degrees. So don't forget that the person left the initial side and looked down. So that means the person also looked down like this, leaving the initial site and at an angle of 75 degrees. So that means I'm going to draw another angle from the origin to this line. So we have an angle like this as well, so which is going to be 75 degrees at the angle of depression. So that means my church will be here as well. Majority of the students will make mistake here in interpreting this kind of question. There's a reason why they give you this kind of question. Don't forget, there's nothing like angle of depression or elevation unless there's an initial site. So from the initial site, angle 60 degrees. From the initial site angle was 75 degrees. So you can see that this angle here is wider than this angle here. This angle is wider, which is 75 is wider than 60. So if you go and put your next line here, that means you will be wrong, because that angle will be smaller than 60 degrees. Do we understand that? So from there, now we are told that the three of them are on the same they are told that the three of them are situated on a straight line. So that means 3 points, the foot of the pole, the church, and the shrine on the straight line. So, and we have been given the distance. We are told that and the church is 42 meters from the foot of the pole. So this church, the distance of the church from the pole is 42 meters. So then what can we do? Okay, we have to illustrate it on a diagram, which is what we have done. Then we have to calculate according to 2 decimal places the height of the pole, which is we are looking for TP, side TP here. But before we can do that, we don't have any angle inside the triangle. So although we know that this one is going to be a right angle here, because this the pole is going to be perpendicular to the ground. So that means there's going to be a right angle here. So then also there's a way we can bring this angle 75 degrees into this triangle, and also this angle 60 degrees into this into triangle here, because we know that this angle here and this angle here are alternate angle. So that means this angle here is going to be what, 75 degrees, and also the angle here is also going to be 60 degrees, because it's also alternate as well. So now we have two right angle triangle to deal with, triangle TCP and triangle TSP as well. Those are the two right angle triangle to deal with there. So Then we have to find the height of the pole, which is a side PT. So that means we can use triangle, the small triangle, this TCP, to find this height, because in that triangle we have an angle given and we have a side which is 42 meters, so we can find this side. So what is the relation between this angle 75 degrees, this side and this side? So that means you use what? Opposite over adjacent, which is tan. So that means I will have from triangle TCP, tan 75 degrees is opposite, which is TP over 42. So cross multiply from there, you have our TP is equal to 42 tan 42 times tan 75, and if you simplify that with your calculator, you have 156.746 meters. Then as the height of the pole, we have to take it to the two decimal places, and that should give us 156.75 meters to two decimal places. So that's the height of the pole. Then you are now to find the distance from the shrine to the church. So you are looking for distance from the shrine to the church. So you are looking for side SC here. From here to here, looking for from here to here. So how can we get that? So if you can find the distance SP, the whole side, you can find the side here, side SP, then we'll be able to find what we are looking for. So let's call this from here to here, let's call it X. So we call it X. Then we can now use the triangle STP, the big right angle triangle, to find this side. We know this angle and we have this side of that triangle, so we can use opposite over adjacent as well, which is a tan 60 will be equal to opposite, which is 156.746, which is what we got here, the height of the pole, over our X, which is this side. So from there you can cross multiply. S will multiply tan 60 equals to this. Then you can now divide both sides by tan 60. So S will now be 90.4974 meters. So then our aim is to find the distance between the shrine and this church. So that means we know that from here to here will be whatever our S is minus the distance between the pole and the church. So from here to here is from here to, our X minus 42. So the distance of the church shrine from the church is from here to here, which is X, minus from here to here, which is 42. So if you do that, our X is 90.4974, then minus 42, that gives us 48.4974 meters. Then to two decimal places, that should give us 48.50 meters to two decimal places. So that's solution for question number 8b. Question number 9a is from a word problem. It's a word problem. We are told that a Mabel cycled from a village to next village at 12 km per hour and return at 16 km. Sorry, this is 16 km per hour, not kilometers, please. There's an error here. So this is 16 km per hour, not kilometer. So Mabel cycle from a village to the next village at 12 km per hour and return at 16 km per hour. If both journeys lasted for 3.5 hours, find the distance between the two villages. So we are given the speed at which she traveled to and fro. This is to and this is fro. This is 16 km per hour. And we are given the time it took for the two journey to and fro. We have to find the distance. So we know that speed is distance over time. So for the going now, we know that the speed is 12 km per hour. The distance we don't know, so we call it D, and the time as well we don't know, we can call it T1. So from there we can make a cross multiply to make T1 is subject of the formula. So we cross multiply, we have 12 T1 equals to D, then divide both sides by 12, that will be T1 equals to D over 12. You can call that one equation 1. Then for coming back as well, we have the distance, the speed to be 16 km per hour, which is 16. Follow the same formula here. You have 16 is equal to D over the time to come back is T2. So make T2 solve the formula as well. You have T2 to be equal to D over 16 equation 2. So we can add the two equations together. So we have T1 plus T2. That will give us D over 12 plus D over 16. So we are given the total total time for the time that the journey lasted for. It lasted for 3.5 hours. So T1 plus T2 should give us 3.5 hours. So that means we have 3.5 equals to D over 12 plus D over 16. From there we can find the LCM, which is 192, and that should give us 16D plus 12D if you simplify this one. So finding the LCM there, cross multiply, we have 16D plus 12D give us 28D, then 192 will multiply 3.5, so that should give us 28D equals to 672. Divide both sides by 28, D will be equals to 24 kilometers. So that means the distance the distance between the two villages is 24 kilometers. Question number 9b is from statistics. We are told that the ages in years of 10 members of the club are as follows: 25, 20, 29, 13, 15, 10, 11, 11, 6, 10. If the mean is 15 years, calculate correct to the nearest whole number the standard deviation. So we are giving this on group data, although some of the data are repeated, like 10, 10, you have 11, 11. So from there we have already be given the mean. So the mean, which is x bar, is 15, and we know that if you want to find the standard deviation, we have that is going to be summation of square root of the summation of f multiplied by x minus x bar, summation of square root of summation of f multiplied by x minus x bar square over summation f. But the question is, why are we having f here? Because some of the values are repeated, so that's why we have a frequency. So at the beginning, each of the values here are just appearing one times, so you don't need to have frequency. So that means there will not be f here, there will not be here, you'll be having n. But so far some of the data are repeated, like 11 appear twice, 10 appear twice, so that means you need to have frequency, because frequency is talking about number of times a data appears. So these are the data 6. We have 6 are rearranged from the ascending order: 6, 10, 11, 13, 15, then there's 20, there's 25, and 29. So 6 appear one time, 10 appears 2 times, so that means I'm trying to group it, the data now. So 11 also appear 2 times, 13 1 time, 15 1 time, 20 1 time, 25 is 1 time, then 29 is 1 time as well, and the total frequency give us 10. Then what do you do next? You need to find your x minus x bar. X minus x bar, that we already be giving our x bar, which is 15. We are giving the mean, so this is our x. So for the first one we have 6 minus 15, that gives us minus 9. 10 minus 15, that gives us minus 5. 11 minus 15, minus 4. 13 minus 15 will give us a minus 12, minus 2. 15 minus 15 is 0. 20 minus 15 is 5. 25 minus 15 is 10. 29 minus 15 is 14. So this is our x minus x bar. Then we have to square it now. X minus x bar square. So square this. We have 81, 25, 16, 4, 0, 25, 100, 196. The frequency will now multiply this x minus x bar square. So your frequency will multiply this. So 1 times 81 gives us 81. 2 times 25 is 50. 2 times 16 is 32. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 25 is 25. 1 times 100 is 100. 1 times 196 is 196. Then we have to sum. We have to sum it together. Sum this column, and that gives us 488. Then if you put that into this formula, you'll be able to start the division to be square root of 488 over 10. So that should give us, if you divide this by that, give us square root of 48.8, and that should give us 6.985 as the, okay, we have to approximate to the nearest whole number. and that should give us 7 to the nearest whole number as the standard deviation. So that's solution for question number 9b. Question number 10 is from word problem as well. So we are told that for a school cultural day competition, every participant buy the same clothing materials from the school at a fixed price. Take note of this fixed price. So we don't know the fixed price, so take note of that. The school seamstress charges according to the time taken to sew. The cost of dress that make 4 hours and 7 hours to sew is 9,750 naira and 15,000 naira respectively. We have to calculate the fixed price. How much does the seamstress charge per hour, and how much does it cost to make a dress that take 11 hours to sew? How long does it take the seamstress to make a dress that costs 16,750 naira? So we don't know the fixed price, so we can say let x be the fixed price, and also we don't know the cost per hour as well, so we can say let y be the cost per hour. So because the person sew, the seamstress sew according to the hours, so it charges, or the person charges based on hours. So we don't know, you can say let the cost per hour be y and let the fixed price be x. So if you go back to the question, so that means for the first question, the fixed price plus 4, which is the hours, multiplied by the cost per hour will be equal to the price here. Then the second one as well, we have the fixed price, which is s plus the 7 multiplied by 7 hour, 7 hour multiplied by the cost per hour will give us 15,000 as well. So we can solve these two questions simultaneously to find the value of our fixed price and the cost per hour as well. So we have to find the fixed price and the charges or cost per hour. So you can subtract it. Of course, we know that s are equal here, so we can subtract equation 1 from equation 2. S minus x give us 0, 7y minus 4y give us 3y. Then 15,000 minus 9,750 will give us 5,250 divided both side by 3, so y will be 1,750. So that means the cost per hour is 1,750 naira. Then let's find the fixed price. So we can substitute this into equation 1 or equation 2. So equation 1 says that s plus 4y equals to 9,750. Then put your y here. That means you have s plus 4 into 1,750 equals to 9,750. Open the bracket. We have s plus 7,000 equals to 9,750. Collect like times s will be 2,750. So that means the fixed price is 2,750. So we have the fixed price now, which is this, and we have the charge per hour, which is 1,750. So the fixed price is this, and the charge per hour is 1,750 as well. Now we have to find how much does it cost to make a dress of how much does it take to make how much does it cost to make a dress that take 11 hours. So all we need to do is to since this is the charges per hour, so we want to know the cost for 11 hours. So this is per hour, so that means you have 1,750 multiplied by 11 hours. That should give us 19,250. That will make it will take for you to make a dress that will take 11 hours. Then the last question, how long does it take to the seamstress to make a dress that costs this amount? So we can say let h be the number of hours that make this cost of this. So then what do we do? So we know the value of the fixed price plus we know the value of the we know the value of the charges per hour, which is our y. So we are looking for the how long we're looking for the how long it's going to take. So we know our h, sorry, we know our y, which is this, we know our fixed price, which is this. So don't forget that These 4 and 7 here are the hours it takes. So and here we are looking for the hours that it takes to make to make the dress that cost this amount. So the fixed price plus the cost per hour multiplied by the number of the hours equals to this price. So we can collect letters from there. We have this equals to this minus this. So that should give us 1050 h equals to 14,000 divided both sides by h. So by 1050 rather. So h will be 8 hours. So that's the solution for question number 10 as well. Question number 11a is from the mensuration of solid shape as well. A container is in the form of a cuboid has dimension of this by this by this. If a packet of sugar with dimension of this by this by this are to be packed into the container, how many packet of sugar can it contain? So all you need to do is to find the volume of the cuboid, find the volume of the sugar as well. So the volume of cuboid is the length times breadth times height. So that should give us 300 times 900 times 84. That will give us 226. Sorry, that should give us 2,268,000 centimeter cube for the volume of the cuboid. Let's find the volume of 1 packet of sugar. Still length times breadth times height as well. So that should give us 36 times 20 times 20. That gives us 21,600 centimeter cube. Then to now know number of packet of sugar that will fill in this cuboid, that means you need to divide this one by this. So that means number of packet of sugar will be this divided by this, and that should give us 105 packet of sugar that will fill this cuboid. Question number 11b is from the circle geometry. From circle geometry, in the diagram, M, N, R, S are points on the circle. M, N, R, S, they are points on this circle, and line RN and line S, line RN and line SM are produced to meet T. So they are produced to meet here. So side MT or line MT, which is from here to here, is equals to TN from here to here. So that means from here to here is equal from here to here. That way you have these stripes on those lines. So angle RST is 14 degrees. Angle TSR is 2s plus 13, which is this. Angle SRT, which is this angle, is 3y plus n. You have to find the value of x and the value of y. So like I said, the question is from circle geometry. It's very simple. Now there's nothing we can do here so much, unless of course if some of you can say that, okay, I can say that this is a triangle, so I can say and we have the 3 angles given to us, so we can sum this together to give us the sum of angle in a triangle. But don't forget that we are having x and y as the unknown. So that means before you can solve for x and y, you need to get 2 equations to be able to find the x and y simultaneously. So if you want to use that method, but there is another way. If you understand circle geometry very well, I can introduce a straight line here to NM, because there's a reason why they tell you that this NT is equals to MT. There's a reason why they told you that. So if I introduce a straight line to join N and M, so that means I will be having a triangle here, which is an isosceles triangle. Do we understand that? So if I introduce a straight line here, so let me draw the diagram. If I draw the diagram as well here, so I have this, then I'll introduce a straight line here like this. So if I introduce a straight line here now, you can see that for this triangle now, we now have a triangle here now, which is an isosceles triangle, because we are told that NT is equals to MT. So that means this is an isosceles triangle. Not only that, we now have a cyclic quadrilateral now. If you understand, we now have a cyclic quadrilateral, because when you have a quadrilateral inside a circle, and all the angles of that quadrilateral are touching the circumference of the circle, that means that's a cyclic quadrilateral. If you don't understand this, please check my video on circle geometry. I explained a lot of things on circle geometry there from the beginning to the end that will enable you to understand what I'm trying to say here. So now we have a cyclic quadrilateral here. So let's first deal with this isosceles triangle. We know that base angles of isosceles triangles are equal. So that means if this angle here is 14, that means this angle here, angle MNT and angle NMT, the angle here and the angle here, they are supposed to be equal because base angle of what? Isosceles triangle. So except from triangle NTM, which is an isosceles triangle, because two sides are equal, angle MNT is equal to angle NMT, which is that means you remove this angle, this 14 from 180 degrees, then divide it by 2, and that should give us 83 degrees. So that means this angle here is 83 degrees, and this angle is also what? 83 degrees. Reason being that base angle of what? Isosceles triangle. Do you understand that? The angle is 114. So if I remove it from total angle in a circle, which is total angle in a triangle, which is 180 degrees. So 180 minus 14 will give us 166. So if I divide that by 2, that gives us 83. So that means this angle is 83 and this angle is 83. So having known that, if you understand the cyclic quadrilateral very well, you know that there's a relation between this angle here and the angle that is here, and there's a relation between this angle that is this angle here and the angle that is here as well. The interior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the opposite exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral as well. The exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to opposite interior angle of the cyclic quadrilateral. The exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the opposite interior of the cyclic quadrilateral as well. So that means the angle here is equal to the angle here. Likewise, the angle that is formed here is equal to this as well. So that means angle TSR, which is this angle here, is equal to angle MNT, which is this angle here, exterior angle of cyclic quadrilateral. So that means I'll be having 2s plus 13 equals to what? The angle that is formed here is what? 83 degrees that we got there. So from there you can find our x. Collect like times 2s is equal to 83 minus 13. That gives us 70. Divide both sides by 2. S will be equal to 35 degrees. Also the same thing here, you can find our y here, because this angle here is equal to this angle here as well. So that means you will also be having similarly angle SRT, which is this angle here, is equal to angle NMT, which is the exterior angle here as well. So that means you have 3s plus y, 3y plus s rather, equals to 83 as well. So we know that our x is 35, so put that there. Collect like time, 3y is equals to 35 minus 83 minus 35, that gives us 48. Divide both sides by 3, y will be equals to 16. So that's solution for question number 11b. Question number 12a is from the Arithmetic of Finance, and in this case we are talking about compound interest. A businessman deposited 500,000 in a bank account at 20% per annum compound interest. If the interest is added quarterly, find the compound interest on the deposit at the end of 1 year 6 months. Like I said, the question is from compound interest. So the principal is 500,000, and the rate is given to us 20% per annum in a year, 20%. But we are told that the interest is added quarterly, every 3 months. That is quarter, in a quarter of a year. So that is every 3 months. That means it's going to be done 4 times in a year. The interest will be added 4 times in a year. So that means you need to work on this. We cannot use this rate, which is meant for per annum, with this quarterly interest. The interest is added quarterly. So that means you need to convert this rate from per annum to quarterly. So that means you need to divide it by 4, and that should give us 5. So that means this rate is now for quarter now, not for per annum. So we are now using this rate, which is 5% now. Then also our period now, which is our n, we have 1 year, 6 months. That should give us a 6 period, because if the interest is added quarterly, so that means it's going to be in a year, it's going to be added, if it's going to be added 4 times in a year, then for 6 months it's going to be added 2 times as well for 6 months. So 2 plus 4 give us 6. So the period is a 6 period. So then we can get the amount that will be yielded after the 6 period with this principal for this rate, using the amount in compound interest, which is a equals to principal into 1 plus rate over 100 raised to power n. So don't forget, the question has also find the compound interest, not the amount. But when we know the amount, we can find the compound interest when we know the amount. So substitute the values here. We have a equals to 500,000, which is the principal, into 1 plus the rate is 5 over 100 raised to power 6. Simplify that further. That's 500,000 into 5 over 100 give us 0.05 plus 1. That gives us 1.05 raised to power 6. The calculator will help you to simplify this. This 1.05 raised to power 6, whatever you get, multiplied by 500,000. That should give us a 670,047 naira 82 kobo. So this is the amount that was yielded after saving this amount in the bank in a compound with interest. Now that the amount is this, so we know that the amount is the principal plus the interest that is added. So our aim is to find the interest. So the compound interest will now be amount minus principal. So what's the amount? Which is this, the amount. The principal is the 500,000. So subtract that. That should give us 170,047 naira 82 kobo as the compound interest on the money. So that's solution for question number 12A. Question number 12B is from probability. We are told that a bag contains blue, yellow and red identical balls in the ratio 6 to 5 to 4. There are 12 red balls in the bag. If 8 blue and yellow balls are removed from the bag, what is the new ratio of the numbers of balls? Then probability that the 2 balls selected at random, one after the other without replacement, are yellow. So like I said the question is from the probability and related to ratio as well. So the ratio is blue to yellow to red is 6 to 5 to 4. Then from there, total ratio, we add the total ratio together. That should give us 15. 6 plus 5 plus 4 give us 15. So we know the number of red ball, which is 12. So we can use that. So we don't know the total number of ball inside we don't know the total number of ball inside the bag. So but we know the number of red inside the bag. So we can use that to find the total number of ball in the bag. So you can say let total number of ball be x. So that means the red ball, which ratio 4, which has the ratio of 4, that will be 4 over total ratio multiplied by the total number of ball, which give us the 12 in the ball, 12 red ball. So from there you can simplify for that to find our x. So that should give us 4x over 15 equals to 12, because multiply 4x will equal to 12 times 15. 4x equal to 180, divide both sides by 4, s will be equal to 45. So that means total balls in the bags were 45 balls. Now that we know the total number of balls in the bag, so we need to know the number of yellow, we need to know the number of red balls in the bag as well, since we know the number of red to be 12. So therefore yellow balls will now be, the ratio of yellow is 5 over total ratio, which is 15, multiplied by total ball, which is 45. That will give us 15 balls for yellow as well. Then also for blue balls as well, although we need to total ball is 45 minus red, which is 12, minus yellow, which is 15. That gives us 18 balls. So we know that we have 12 red, we have 15 yellow, and we have 18 blue. We are told that 8 blue and 7 yellow are removed from the bag. So if they remove 7 yellow from the year, and they now remove 8 blue as well, so that means we know the number of yellow and number of blue that will be left. So that the new ratio now, the ratio of the ball will now be blue, yellow, red, blue to yellow to red, because so blue before were 18, but they said the 8 were removed from it, so that means you have 18 minus 8. To yellow, where you saw the yellow was 15 before, so they now remove 7 from it, that give us 15 minus 7. Then to the ratio of red, which is 12, so that means the ratio will now be 18 minus 8 will give us 10, 15 minus 7 is 8, then to 12. So this is the new ratio of the balls. Then after that, we have to find the probability that 2 balls selected as random, one after the other without replacement, are yellow. So the question is, how many yellow do we have there? We have 8 yellows. And what is the total balls now for this? What is the total ball we have here now? Total ball will be 30. 10 plus 8 plus 12 is 30 balls. So we now have 30 balls now. So therefore, probability of the 2 balls being yellow is the first one. And don't forget that it is without replacement. So the first yellow ball pick will be 8 out of 30 multiplied by without replacement. So that means the yellow will reduce by 1. And total number also will be total number of balls also will reduce by 1 as well. So you have 8 over 30 multiplied by second yellow will be 7 out of 29. So if you simplify that further, that should give us 28 over 435. So that's solution for question number 12b. Question number 13 is also a word problem. You have that at a community concert there were 429 people present. The cost of tickets for adults and children were $10 and $7.50 respectively. If the total processed was $3,725, find the percentage of adults who attended the concert. So it's very simple as well. So we don't know the number of adults and we don't know the number of children that are there, so you can say let the number of adults be X and let the number of children also be Y as well. So this plot, this should give us a 129, because we are told that there were 249 people there. So we have that X plus Y will give us 429. That gives us equation 1. Then also this is the ticket for adults. This is the price for the tickets of adults, and this is the price for the tickets for children. So if you multiply this by the number of adults, multiply this one by the number of children, that should give us the total amount gotten. So that means we'll be having X times $10 plus Y times $7.5 equals to 3,725, and that should give us equation 2. So from there now you can now solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. So from equation 1, make X solve to the formula S equals to 429 minus Y. Cut that one equation 3. So you can now put equation 3 into equation 2. So put 3 into 2. That means you'll be having 10 into our X is 429 minus Y plus 7.5Y equals to 3725. Then open the bracket, we have 4,290 minus 10y plus 7.5y equals to this. Collect like terms as well, so minus 10y plus 7.5y will give us minus 2.5y. Then this one comes here, so we have minus 2.5y equals to 3725 minus 4290. So that should give us a minus 2.5y equals to minus 569. Minus take of minus, divide both sides by 2.5, then y will be equal to 226. So and that is the number of children in the concert. Then let's find the number of adults in the concert. So substitute this value into equation 1. So sorry, equation 3 rather, not equation 1, into equation 3. Even if you put in equation 1, you still get the same answer, but here you put in equation 3 for simplicity's sake. So our y is 226, so put that here. So we have s to be equal to 429 minus 226. So s will equal to be 203. So that means number of adults were 203. So the question asks us to find the percentage of the adults who attended the constant rather. So the percentage of the adult will be 203, which is number of adults over total number of people there, which is 129 multiplied by 100. So that should give us a 47.3%. So that's question number 13A. Question number 13B, which is the last question, is on variation. It's on variation. If quantity y is directly proportional to x and inversely proportional to square of z, if y is equal to 6, x is equal to 12, and z is equal to 2, express y in terms of x and y. So express y in terms of x and z, then find the value of y when x is 5 and z is 1 over 3. So interpret this one mathematically. Y varies y is directly proportional to x, inversely proportional to square of z. So this is the interpretation of this as well mathematically. So we need to change this expression to equation by introducing a constant. So if I introduce a constant, I introduce constant k, so we have y equals to kx over z squared, where k is a constant. Then we can now find the value of the constant using the value given. So our y is 6, put that there, we have 6 equals to k multiplied by x is 12 over z is 2, so we have 2 squared. From there we have 4 here, then we have k times 12 give us a 12k. 4 you can now cross multiply there, 4 multiply 6, so we have 6 times 4 equals to 12k. So we have 6 times 4 is 24, then divide both sides by 12, that will be k equals to 24 over 12, that gives us 2. So the value of the constant is 2. Therefore equation 1 for question number 1, so we have to express y in terms of x and z. So that means you'll be having your y equals to the value of k, which is 2x over z squared. So that's the, you have been able to express y in terms of k in terms of x and z here. Then for 2, you have to find the value of y when given the value of x and z. So go back to the equation you have derived there. So you have y equals to ks over z squared. Your k is 2, return that here, and your s is 5, and your z is 1 over 3. So substitute that there, you have a y is equals to 2 times 5 over 1 over 3 squared. So that will give us a y equals to 10 over 1 over 3 squared is 1 over 9. We can simplify that further, that will be 10 divided by 1 over 9. Change this to times, that will be 10 times 9 over 1, that will give us 90. So the value of y is 90. So that's the solution to all the 30 questions in Waec Gce 2023 general mathematics, the theory question. And I want to believe that you have learned 1 or 2 things from this video, most especially those students that are preparing for Waec 2024. This will help them prepare and see what they had them the last year exam. So I want to appreciate you for watching the video. Do subscribe to this channel if you are yet to subscribe. Share the video, to drop the comment in the comment section of this video, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and God bless you.